The Hizmet Movement, to me, personifies peaceful communication among different faiths. It's very open and honest and genuine and very welcoming to all faiths. Behind is the work of the International Red Cross and personifies anytime that I'm My name is Tymmarah Zehr. I have a master's degree in Intercultural and International Communication from Royal Roads University. I work as a cultural diversity and inclusion consultant. What that means is I'm helping municipalities and organizations become more welcoming and inclusive, and hopefully reducing racism and discrimination in communities around Alberta. Several years ago, I was working for an elected official who was invited to attend one of the Intercultural Dialogue Institute's friendship dinners, and I inquired about coming myself because I had an interest in it, and I was welcomed to attend. And over the years, I've been attending different events and learning about Hizmet Movement through IDI. The Hizmet Movement, to me, personifies peaceful communication among different faiths. It's very open and honest and genuine and very welcoming to all faiths. Mr. Fethullah Gulen, I see a global citizen who provides a leadership and good communication, dialogue opportunities between interfaith, and someone who personifies kindness. Mr. Gülen, again, as I said, is a leader, and promoting peaceful dialogue is very important right now among all peoples in all countries, and I think his leadership shows that it can be done. He's connected with so many different faiths and talked to them about what they believe, and it's about the similarities that we have rather than the differences, and that's promoting peace. The way I have understood it over the last few years is it's a blend of traditional Muslim belief and faith with modern ideas working together. With the friendship dinner and different interfaith events that we've had, it seems to me, my impression is it's very open. They want to promote the peaceful practice of Islam faith. That's what I really have seen: genuine kindness, invitations to connect, going to the meet your neighbor dinners and so on. Very transparent and open movement. In comparison with other organizations, the Hizmet Movement brings faith into the dialogue, where I've been working with welcoming and inclusive communities with so many municipalities in Alberta. A lot of the time, faith and spiritual beliefs are not actually brought to the table to be discussed, and it's almost as if there's a fear to talk about it because they don't want to be disrespectful, which I appreciate. The Hizmet Movement provides an opportunity to bring the topic to the table and dialogue about what are questions, concerns, interests about each other's faith and spiritual beliefs. Again, it's the transparency and openness that I think can appeal to most people. It makes them feel welcome and provides an honest opportunity to ask questions that might otherwise be seen as being disrespectful. So I think it really has a very important place right now, especially when we're talking about building welcoming communities. I think I would like to extend an open invitation to other Muslim people to come and dialogue with us so that we all have a better understanding. I'm of the Christian faith with the United Church of Canada, and until recently I didn't realize that there were so many differences within the Muslim faith. So to help promote peaceful coexistence within our communities and our nation and our world. It's very important to come together, all of us, and talk about what we believe so that we can find our commonalities, but also to create respect for the differences that we have, because we do live across the street from each other and we are neighbors with each other. Well, I think it's can be seen as a best practice for other organizations, whether it's faith tradition or community-based. It's so open and transparent and invites everybody to the table. It's really the only way that we are going to be able to learn to understand each other and appreciate what we believe. Like, it's impossible to communicate otherwise. We have to have a dialogue. It can't be one way, and it can't be strictly based on what we're learning through the media, because that oftentimes is sensationalized and people walk away and don't have an opportunity to ask questions. And here we have an organization that wants to promote open conversation. It's a key to living peacefully, I think. You know, the children are our future, and if we're building peaceful, kind, smart, young people, those are going to be the people who are leading us in peaceful, kind, and smart ways. I like that they're educating both boys and children. It's just and fair. Again, a best practice. It's open to multi-faiths. Again, another best practice, because that's an opportunity for everybody to understand each other and work on similarities, understanding. You know, discrimination and misunderstandings are learned behaviors, and these children are learning to get along. It's normalized, and it makes more sense than teaching children to fight against each other based on difference in beliefs. It's an opportunity to respect one another. And here I would love to imagine that these kids go home and talk about the successes of their friendships with other people. It could only be an example to their parents and their grandparents of what has come out of a bad situation. Having an opportunity for children to be learning about peace, art, science, whatever it is that they're learning and working together. It's nice to have that in a community like Edmonton. At the discussion last night, it was even spoken about how the city of Edmonton really is an example of promoting peaceful coexistence between the different faiths. We have the Edmonton Interfaith Centre, we have IDI Edmonton, and now we have the school. I think it's an amazing opportunity for parents who are raising children to be peaceful leaders of tomorrow. Here we have a school that is teaching exactly that. The first thing that comes to mind is the work that the International Red Cross and Red Crescent does around the world, and they provide assistance to anyone, regardless of ethnicity, nationality, faith. It's completely non-denominational. And when I hear about the movement and the work that you're doing through the charitable work, it sounds the same. Like, it sounds like genuine charitable work, where no one is taking sides. There's an immediate response. It sounds like it's very well organized if you're getting there within 1 or 2 days of an emergency situation. It's important to be well organized, because need is in that moment. People suffer terribly in emergency disasters. So we have an organization that, again, is providing non-denominational relief. It seems like it's true charitable work. I can think of other faith-based charitable work that attaches their own faith. I don't want to say that they push it on the people, but here we have people in the most vulnerable situations, and I would hate to think that they're taking advantage of them and trying to push their own beliefs on them, when really that's not what they need. They need food, clothing, shelter, medical aid, and so on. The main thing for me is to share the story, more communication, reaching out to other people, and including other faith traditions in the dialogues. And again, because I'm just only a couple of years into learning about the Hizmet movement, I'm not sure that you're not already doing that. So I'm just basing this on what I've seen. It seems very it involves mostly academic business people, and I'd like to see other socioeconomic diverse groups included so that they can understand a little bit more about the good work that you guys are doing. And then again, expanding the faith traditions at the table when we're having panel discussions, because we have the Muslim, we have Jewish, and we have Christianity at the table. But there are so many other faith traditions. We have Buddhist. I've been thinking about just in Edmonton, Hindu communities, Baha'i faith, and so on. And I would love for them to also be invited to be at the table so that they can share what their beliefs are, and then what our commonalities are, again, so that we can promote a better understanding of each other. When I think about ADI, I think about the good work that you're doing and the honest and compassionate energy that I feel anytime that I'm talking with you or some of the other members of the Hizmet Movement, because they're kind and they're very open and they're welcoming and they're so willing to answer questions. I think that's really, again, an example of best practice, and should be, I would like to think, hopefully would be adopted by other faith traditions and have that as an example of what they could be doing to promote, again, peaceful coexistence.
The charitable activities of Hizmet are showing the interconnections between people and promoting the interconnections and promoting the idea of caring for others, which I believe we need in order to continue to exist on this planet.
So what the Hizmet movement does is say to us that, one, we cannot universally condemn a different faith tradition simply because of what it is, and secondly, there are incredible numbers of people of goodwill who also work for peace and justice.